Hello from Cape Town, South Africa. My name is Sandra and I'm from Giltedge, Africa. I recently had the opportunity to meet with Mr. Christy Brunt. He used to be the prison warden for Mr. Mandela and he became a very good friend. As we all know, Mr. Mandela was responsible for abolishing apartheid in South Africa and for fighting for global human rights. Growing up during the apartheid era, I heard and learned very little about Mr. Mandela. That was until I went to university. I got there in the middle of the anti-apartheid struggle and got caught up in the demonstrations and chanting Free Mandela, despite the fact that at the time I knew very little about this man, a man who knew more about love and compassion and peace instead of hatred. This all despite the fact that he spent 27 years behind bars, most of those on Robben Island, which can be seen off the shores of our city. Mr. de Klerk became president, and his main aim was to abolish apartheid. He spent many hours negotiating with Mr. Mandela, until one day the world watched as Mr. Mandela stepped out of prison on the 11th of February 1990. It was an exciting, remarkable day for everybody. He was later to become president in 1994. At that time, most South Africans started calling him Madiba, his Xhosa name, a name which we called to show him respect. The country mourned when Mr. Mandela passed away in 2013 at the age of 95. We had lost a father for our nation. He wouldn't be forgotten, and his legacy would continue. Every year on the 18th of July, we celebrate Mandela Day, a day when all South Africans come out for 67 minutes to do good for others. I could speak for hours about Mr. Mandela. He was a very special man, and the world will remember him as such. You can read his autobiography, Long Walk to Freedom, to get a better insight into his compassion, his humility, and his great sense of humor. As mentioned a short while ago, Mr. Christy Brunt used to be his prison warden and later became his friend and confidant. He recently wrote an autobiography called My Life with Mr. Mandela, My Prisoner, My Friend. I can highly recommend this read. It gives you a wonderful insight into the life of a real man. Giltedge Africa is able to organize for you to meet with Mr. Brunt. It is a remarkable experience and you will never forget it. As we all sit in various phases of lockdown to fight the coronavirus, it is the perfect time to start dreaming and planning for your next vacation. South Africa is waiting. We would love to welcome you as soon as life returns to normal. Thank you.